Hi everyone, happy Tuesday and welcome to Tresses, Dresses, and Hot Messes. First I would just like to address that this is the 10th episode of Tresses, Dresses, and Hot Messes, 10th week doing the show, so just wanted to say thank you to all my friends and followers, hi Mom, and thank you for tuning in every week. I would also like to let you know that Tresses, Dresses, and Hot Messes has a Facebook page, so if you haven't already liked it, you can visit it at facebook.com/Tresses, Dresses, Hot Messes, no and. So visit that. You can get updates, tips, tricks. If you want to ask me any questions, I'll gladly answer them. If you have any tips that you would like to share, please do, and I'll share them on my page and let everybody know. And just come by and say hi. So, today, the topic is going to be making an impression when you walk in the room and business place, fashion, and beauty. Now, tomorrow, Corinne Caro is going to be on a panel at the FMC Women's Summit. It's at Briarcliff College, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., and it's for women in the professional field, and there's a bunch of different panels, a bunch of different discussions and keynote speakers. It's going to be a really great event. And Corinne is speaking on the panel for making an impression when you enter the room and style in the workplace. And she asked me to join her, and so we're going to be giving some tips and tricks and some advice. So today I wanted to share with you some of the tips that we came up with, and you know, it's just good to be informed about these things, especially for women in the workplace. And it's, you know, just as important the way you act and as the way you look. So you want to make sure you're acting appropriately, you feel great, and you also look awesome. So here are some tips that Corinne came up with for making an impression when you enter the room and meeting people in a professional atmosphere. So the first tip is smile and make eye contact. Walking into a room with a smile instantly makes you approachable and attracting. When you greet those you know, people are so happy you've said hello. It's a sign of confidence and warmth. Say hello to new people. It's something to make a point of doing. That's definitely true. You might be familiar with the motto, "You're never fully dressed without a smile," which is true, because if you're smiling and you're happy and you're feeling great, then the people around you are also going to feel that way. You're spreading your good energy. If you're frowning or you look annoyed, people will notice and they probably won't want to approach you. So make sure you're smiling, you're enthusiastic, you're happy, making eye contact, so that people know that you really want to be there and that you're happy to be there. Another really good tip from Corinne is have good posture. I often see myself in pictures and really try and change it. Slouching gives the impression of insecurity. Even if you're insecure, don't show it when entering a room. It can say a lot about your mood too and make you unapproachable. So kind of the same thing as smiling. If you look upset and you're slouched over and you kind of just look like you'd rather be somewhere else or you'd rather be sleeping or something, then no one's probably going to talk to you. So you want to have good posture and look open, like you're willing to speak to other people, approachable, and that's a great tip. Another one that I like from Corinne is be humorous and interesting and use common sense when speaking to others. You can laugh and be funny, you don't have to be fake, just appropriate. Also use common sense when you're speaking and be interesting. Speaking to a group of men about the cute things your puppy did or your new shoes is probably a bad call. Also, watch others' body language. You can tell if people are interested or not, so use your common sense. This is really true, because you want to make sure that you're speaking about things that are relevant to the people around you. So if you're at a business networking event, you want to make sure you're speaking about your business and how you can connect with others and how you can help each other. You know, make sure you're not just going on and on about how great your business is and, you know, all the things you offer. Make sure that it's relevant to the other people and, you know, let them know the ways that you can help them, not just what your company can do. And like she said in here, you know, talking about, you know, if you're a woman talking about women things to a group of men, it probably isn't interesting. You know, you can throw around something funny like, hey, how about that game last night? Even if you don't know what game was on, it's just funny. And it'll probably, you know, get them to start talking. So just make sure you're being appropriate, friendly. You can be funny, definitely. People love to laugh. It gives off a good vibe. So, you know, you can be funny and sarcastic and appropriate all at the same time. It's a great icebreaker, definitely. And this is the last tip I'm going to share from Corinne, is have good hygiene. Make sure you brush your teeth. You know, you don't want to have your garlic breath from lunch, talking to somebody, hi, how are you, and their eyes are watering, you know. You don't want that. Go easy on the perfume. You don't want to, you know, be taking anybody's oxygen away that they can't breathe or they start sneezing. You know, just remember to be appropriate and have good hygiene. So those are the tips from Corinne that I wanted to share with you. But if you want to get the whole package, you have to come tomorrow to Briarcliff College for the Women's Summit. Men are also invited, but it is focused on women, and it's at Briarcliff College, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Come, it's going to be a great event. FMC always puts on really great events, and Corinne's panel is going to be awesome, so you should be there. Also, Kathy Berger's going to be on that panel, and you don't want to miss it. She has a lot of good things to say, too. So, aside from those, on the way that you should act and feel, and the energy that you're giving off, Corinne asked me to come up with some fashion and beauty tips for a professional atmosphere. So, these are the tips that I came up with that I want to share with you. The first tip is less is more. When you're at the office, interviewing, or networking, don't go overboard with your makeup. Go for a more natural look that enhances your natural features and coloring. If you would wear it out to a nightclub, it's probably not appropriate for the professional setting, so stay away from glitter and bright colors. So, when you're doing your makeup to go to the office or a professional event, you want to make sure that you're not going too overboard. Go for a natural look, make sure you're working with your skin tones, and, you know, makeup is to enhance your features, you know, not to cover them up. So don't go too crazy on the foundation, you know, you want to still look natural because you're there to meet people, so you want to be your true self, and you want them to want to work with you. So you don't want to come off looking fake or, you know, just a little too much. So make sure, you know, your foundation matches nicely, you don't go too cakey or anything, you know, look presentable, but don't go too crazy. You know, the pink eyeshadow, maybe save it for the Friday night out. Probably wouldn't go for anything too glittery, you know, just keep a natural look. Natural eyeshadow colors, if you want to, you know, spruce it up, maybe some nice color pinks or purples, but I wouldn't go for like the bright neon pink or like a bright blue. You know, you could be fun and switch it up, but just be appropriate. My next tip is to look neat. This is really important. Like if your nails are chipping, you know, you don't have to go out and get a manicure. Just take the polish off, put on a clear, or just leave them, you know, regular. Just make sure you look neat. If your clothing is ripped or stained, don't wear it. I have this problem like every day. I'm wearing a white shirt right now, and I had coffee this morning, and I'm surprised that it's not all over, because everybody in the office knows that I spill my coffee daily. So if you stain your clothes, maybe you want to have a Tide to Go stick in your bag handy, or, you know, wash it out or change. Make sure that, you know, you don't look sloppy. If you have a hole in your favorite sweater, as much as you want to wear it, don't do it. Sew it the night before, or just leave it at home that day. Also, you know, ladies, sometimes you have a bad hair day. It happens. If it's really humid out, like it has been today and yesterday, you know, maybe you want to slick it back in a bun, or, you know, a ponytail, something. If it's frizzy and it's not working for you, just make sure you look neat. Also, you might want to keep a brush handy in your bag. That's another good tip that I should have added. Have like a little emergency kit. You can have like a little travel toothbrush, some floss, a little hairspray, a brush, some like chapstick or something, a little mascara maybe, you know, whatever you think you need, your daily needs, you know, keep a little bag with you so that if you have to go somewhere and freshen up, you want to make sure that you look refreshed and neat, not like you had a really long day at the office and like you had to come to this event, you know? And then my last tip, this is a really important one, be comfortable. If you're not, other people can tell and you'll be too focused on your outfit or hair and makeup to make a great impression. If you can't walk in those high heels, go for the flats. No one will think less of you for it, and you'll look and feel great. That's really important, even in everyday life. You know, you have to be comfortable with yourself and what you're wearing, because if you're not and you're like constantly tugging at your skirt if it's too short or something, or your heels are too high and you're walking, you know, wobbly, you know, it takes away from what you have to say and what you have to offer. So you want to make sure that you're feeling comfortable, that you look comfortable, and that you feel comfortable, because other people can tell, you know? I know everybody wants to put on the heels and look professional. I've tried many a time for interviews and events, and then my feet are killing me and all I can think about is taking my shoes off. And then I get distracted and I'm not thinking clearly, I'm not, you know, in the greatest of moods to give up, you know, give out what I have to give. So you want to make sure that you feel comfortable, because when you feel comfortable, you know, you act better. You're happier, everyone's happier, it's just better all around. So those are my tips, and I hope that you can benefit from them. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or Corinne. And I hope to see some of you there tomorrow at the FMC event. It's going to be really great, and we'll probably do some filming footage for the Daily Blue, so definitely check back tomorrow to thedailyblue.com. And the last thing I want to leave you with is I just would like to say that this morning I stopped at Starbucks before work, and like at least 6 people complimented my shoes. And so it put me in a really great mood today, and I really love my shoes as well. And I just wanted to say that I got them off Groupon for $25, and when I saw them, I had to have them, even if it was a bad idea to spend money, because I promised myself that I wasn't going to for, you know, some time. But I had to have them, so I went for it, and I love them, and that's why I'm feeling great today. So I would show them to you, but I think it might be a little inappropriate for me to, like, you know, throw my foot up here. That is not professional. So that's another tip. Do not, you know, put your foot on your desk. And so you're just going to have to come to the Tresses, Dresses, and Hot Messes Facebook to see a picture of my shoes. So don't forget to stop by facebook.com/Tresses, Dresses, and Hot Messes. Say hi, leave a comment, ask a question, post a picture, something, and we'll see you next week on Tresses, Dresses, and Hot Messes. Have a good week.